Hello, everyone, and welcome to Phoenix Gaming. Today, I was actually trying to find a game to play, but it is late night and can't find any opponents in games that I'm interested in playing right now. So instead, what we're going to do is something a little bit different in an online league that I'm playing in. These three expert gamers here, BK, Hans Lee, and BBB, all essentially went to the finals in a WSBG style format, which, by the way, is coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks until WSBG. That is pretty exciting. I'm definitely getting myself ramped up, and Terraforming Mars is one of my games. They landed on Terraforming Mars as their final game for the event, and I dropped in to view early on, just as it dropped by. I actually was maybe going to cast this game, but didn't end up having the time to do so. And I want to take this opportunity because I dropped in at the beginning of the game and I said to myself, BBB wins this game. And BBB does win this game in a landslide. BK is the player who will wind up in second place here. And so what I want to do is look through this game from BK's perspective, knowing that we know the future and seeing if there's anything that could be done. I think this actually might have been a game that is unsalvageable from the start that I saw, but didn't really see what happened with the rest of the game. So, Terraforming Mars, unfortunately, can be like that, but let's take a look here at what we've got going on. We are playing base map. We are playing preludes. It's not the WSBG rules of drafting the initial hand. They don't have that on on BGA, but this is a pretty close proxy, I think, to what that event looks like. So Thorgate is one of my least favorite corporations by a long shot. So I think Xing Mars is certainly going to be our choice here as a totally fine, middle of the road kind of corporation that is really good at making this this builder objective their thing here. So looking at this opening hand here, we can definitely make that happen. Power Grid is a card I don't like. Space Elevator is an incredible card, so that's for sure getting taken. Water Splitting Plant is, I guess, okay. It's a real pain in the butt to put together. You need to have the energy. You need to have the water. I pretty much never play this card. Marineris is super speculative. By the time you get to 0 degrees, there's not often that many lakes in play. Mining Rights goes really well with Xing Xing. Giant Ice Asteroid is a card I really like. Commercial District is worse in a 3-player game, but usually you can make this into a 2-point card somewhere, maybe even a 3-point card. So I think this is pretty good. Peroxide Power is not the most exciting, but just getting some energy and the match of the builder tag is legit. I like Gene Repair, but with absolutely no support, it's unlikely that we're keeping this. Greenhouses, I think, is one of the best cards in the game. It's worse than 3 players, but it's just I'm way over dramatizing how good this is. Best cards in the game is totally wrong. Ignore me there. But I do think it's really good. It's a very good bang for your buck near the end of the game. Biofuels I don't love unless you have something very specific you're doing. Donation is fine if you've got some explosive start. Early Settlement is just fine as well. Does really well for getting towards that mayor, that gardener, and the builder objective. And Molehole is, I think, one of the weaker ones, but it's okay. It's certainly playable. So we named a lot of cards here that we actually like. I think Space Elevator, Mining Rights, Giant Ice Asteroid, Commercial District, Peroxide Power, and Greenhouses is 6 cards, which is going to cost us 18, and 44, putting us down to 26. With 26, we want to be able to play Space Elevator and Mining Rights, which could get us some steel to run our Space Elevator. So this costs 36. But I said we would have 26. So I'm really inclined towards taking Donation here. Like I said, I don't love Molehole, so I'm pretty sure Donation and Early Settlement is what I would take here. So let's move forward and see what we grabbed. Not 1 for 1. Okay, so BK likes Molehole over Early Settlement. I like Early Settlement both of these have the builder tag, but I like this for the other contesting the other milestones on this map. This is going to get some victory points over the course of the game. Probably this game will go not like 3-player. I expect to go 9 rounds, so 27-30 heat, which is going to give you about 3 or 4 victory points, which is certainly I mean, this greenery, if you don't get it blown up, is going to be worth like 2 victory points. The city's going to be like worth 2 victory points. I think they're pretty similar, but I would go for early settlement myself. I don't mind Mulehole because also the thermalist objective. So no big judgment there, but interesting that we are pretty much aligned otherwise. Looking at what our opponents take here. This is the one problem with replays. We have Hansley here taking Foblog, which is a not super exciting corporation, but it can have some really explosive starts. Same with Terractor, also not super exciting, but it just starts with a bunch of cash, which gives us a bunch of flexibility. So everybody playing some of the, like every one of these is like a solid but not busted corporation as far as I'm concerned. Hansley starting with Metals Company and acquired space agency is great. We need to click through all these. That's awful. This is a little awkward that I can't like run the replay here. Shuttles is not the most exciting space tag to get off of here because you got to wait a while to play it. And space hotels, space hotels is like not maybe even playable. Those are 2 pretty awful flips for Hansley here. Business Empire is pretty incredible, particularly in a longer game. It's just a lot of money that you make over time. Martian Industries is fine. Yeah, I mean these are all fine. Business Empire is easily, I think, the most exciting card that went out there. So we got mining rights. We're mining rightsing for some steel because we need some steel for our space elevator, which makes a ton of sense. I think that's a really good opening play. And we'll play out that space elevator. I don't think there's much reason to be cute at the beginning of the game, so I'm on board with this. We get a natural preserve from Foblog, which is not exactly where they want to be at the beginning. And then a mine, which is also fine, but not terribly exciting. Sponsors is a nice turn 1 card, especially since it's discounted by Terractor. Arctic Algae, I think, is like one of the absolute best cards you can get at the beginning of the game. It just generates so much incidental greenery over the course of the game. And like, yes, it can be blown up over the course of the game, but I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of value. Olympus Conference also discounted. Pretty nice. And then Miranda Resort. This is the play that between the starting line here, I said, okay, BBB's got this. Like, this is a huge financial boost at the beginning of the game. Already at plus 10, $12 to our opponents, plus 3, plus $2. And it's not like anybody else has any extra income from terraforming either. Now, at least we have the space elevator to make 5 income off of that, so we really could look at BK as plus 8. So not really, plus 8 plus a titanium, so 11. So actually quite close to BBB here in financial production, which is not too surprising. Opening pick here, not too exciting. I just hate draft water import from Europa. I don't want anybody to be, especially passing a Foblog. I'm not going to be doing anything, making sure they're not doing Jovian nonsense. Tougher choice if there's something good there. The fact that we just got past Pets by BBB means that it's a pretty nutty opening draw. Pets also discounted and is certainly going to be worth points for him over the course of the game, and advanced alloys, although it's not really making anything. I personally take Pets there, I think, but not passing alloys to Foblog is pretty reasonable. That would be pretty insane for them. And Pets is a little speculative. This is probably just a hate draft. I mean, it sucks. Media Archives is a card that I like way more than I should. I guess you could go Security Fleet here, but I take Archives all the time and just greet it for the end of the game. But I think in this instance, probably wouldn't take anything. This is a 0 card keep. We kept Alloys. Oh, sure. I guess we're making 2 per turn. It's like a 2 income card per turn. Not really, though, because the steel is 5. I'm not the hugest fan of this keep. I mean, it also gives a science tag. I probably would have just passed on it myself. It's not an awful keep, but I don't think it's the most exciting. We also had like pretty bad options. Like, that was not a great draft for us. Oh, did we just get straight up a pass from? God, that's awful. They just have like nothing to play. And that's the problem with Foblog. Like if you, taking Foblog and speculating on acquired space agency and missing. I might have to go look at his hand at the end of this game to see, because that is miserable. This is truly miserable. It's 18 for a lake. Yeah, 18 for a lake. So just probably cards. Oh, no, he's going straight for grass. Interesting. Usually the cards of the 2 titanium are kind of the opening lake spots. I guess he could be going, I don't know, he can't be going for double lake. He doesn't have the cash for it. But he does go first next turn. So he's probably just kind of combining it with his Arctic algae to just like jam out greenery. It's a little speculative though. Like if BK had something that like nuked plants right now, that would really, really hurt. Jamming it out immediately is for sure the right call here. And we just blow up all of BBB's stuff. This is a great play. Love this. And then now this is actually kind of an interesting choice, because now you're actually making money in these. But so it's like you could take $4 and 4 plants, or 2 titanium and 2 cards. I think 2 titanium and 2 cards feel better. One slight missequencing on BK's part is that he should have triggered both of the lakes first to give BBB the 4 plants, because I think he only blew up 5 of them and could have blown up 6. So there's 1 extra plant that BBB has here that he shouldn't, if we're sequencing that correctly. 2 cards off the top. Investment loan's a great flip off the top. Nitrate reducing bacteria is actually not awful either. As like a free flip, I'm not generally super high on that card, but yeah, it's not bad. It's like some incidental. It's like a point and then maybe some incidental. It's like 2 points, maybe 3 points, maybe does something cute if you draw other cards that support microbes. I don't tend to keep it, or certainly don't aggressively keep it. Interesting. I think given the advanced alloys, house printing is the keep here, but in a vacuum, I'd be taking towing a comet. So does BK. We don't need the energy. I like mangrove more than the average player, but what would I take here? I think I would just take what I don't want BK to have. I don't know. I'd probably just take mangrove here. Tech demo is fine. I like the cards that draw like the 3 keep 1 or draw 4 keep 2 much more than I like this draw 2 1. Fish, caretaker contract is like unplayable basically. Archaeobacteria last. So I keep towing a comet here, but maybe we also keep tech demo. So with my line, we would have kept, I mean, probably this turn we're playing towing a comet and tech demo, or starting with tech demo and then maybe towing a comet afterwards. With my line of the house printing, we would have printed some houses and then probably done like a default action or something. Or we want to play our nitrate this turn. Nitrite. All right, and then BBB jamming this out. And yeah, this only works because of the plant thing. So that 1 plant thing actually coming really back to haunt us. And play out a greenery right here. This is nice, just scoring some points. Putting himself in the position that he's pretty much guaranteed with no real contest to get the gardener before anyone else can. That's part of the reason why I think Arctic algae is just nuts. All right, we're bumping up some heat. Fortunately, we get the incidental bonus here. I love that. Earth Catapult explains the slow roll a little bit. That's a little bit more exciting. Still having 16 titanium sitting around is an indicator of weakness. BBB just jamming the plants. Here's another 4 incoming. He's got cards in his hand. Oh, is that an algae to support it? That's pretty nice. Kind of hope he doesn't get plants nuked again. And lakes are quickly going out into play. Already we've got playable kelp farming at 6 lakes. That's crazy. Oh, does BBB have kelp farming? I mean, maybe he's just jamming lakes for the Arctic algae, but could have kelp farming. We're supposed to play the tech demo first so that we can see what we get beforehand. Toll stations, sometimes really exciting. It's not crazy yet here, but it's a good chance it's going to like improve in value. Rad suits is not like amazing. It's fine off the top. Space hotels, finally, thanks to the Earth catapult and the pets. Not too late. Yeah, the towing a comet play, we were supposed to slow roll. We were supposed to just play tech demo on our turn, not play towing a comet because we gave BBB the greenery to go on. So we were supposed to slow roll, and I think he wouldn't have had the time to dither about here. So that's a little bit of a missequence as well. No second action for him. Yeah, I mean, that does certainly imply that he pretty much had the one play. Doesn't guarantee it, but it does imply. Yeah, and with nitrate reducing bacteria as like our follow-up play, like we could have easily slow rolled the towing a comet. I don't think we were in a huge hurry for it. We didn't need the 2 steel we got. So I do think it's a mistake. Pass. Now, oh sure, now we're playing out peroxide power. That's fine. I sometimes just wait until I like need the energy. Like -$1 production for +2 energy production is like kind of equal. If you have nothing else to play, it's not bad. We can't play rad suits. Yeah, I think it's fine to play peroxide power here. I'm not like in love with it, but I don't love playing investment loan here, especially with a pass. I mean, essentially we're just costing us the loan amount, the -$1. That's for sure a mistake. It's a couple dollars, but like I don't often play investment loan until the very end of the game, or if there's absolutely something specific that I'm playing. I mean, maybe we're using our $39 to do something specific right now, but we're not about to like get our third gardener and steal it from BBB or something. So that's, I think, a mistake. Earth Office is hard to pass to opponents. None of these are too exciting. Drafting has not been friendly to us. Don't love passing Quantum Extractor either, but no one's really running Science just yet. Stuck? What are we doing? Clicky. If I have to refresh this, I'm just ending this video on the spot. I'm not going all the way back here. Oh man, that asteroid mining is something that Hans Lee needs really badly, so probably we're hate drafting that. I don't hate taking a cloud seeding here for our purposes though. I don't know. Cloud seeding is like so-so. And we heat hit the person that I think is like distinctly losing here. So probably not. I guess it's just better if we're probably just hate drafting asteroid mining. Yeah. I guess lava tube settlement. Card's pretty bad on this map, I think. I mean, it's like, I guess you could play it like here. Just not bad for us. So probably keeping lava tube. And that's it. I don't think the rest of it we're really going to play. Earth Office with no Earth cards. I mean, you only need one Earth card for it to basically pay itself back. But if we don't draw 2 Earth cards, it's not a benefit, and it costs us liquidity now. And I mean, a lot of the good Earth cards are already gone. I think Earth Office is a mistake. I think we're just supposed to throw it in the bin. Russian out this. I think we take Pavanis. Tarsus is not bad either. Yeah, Pavanis is just the best one. I guess this is just a way of like making some extra income since we have the energy, and like we're now going for the mayor objective as well as the builder objective. So we've actually got kind of 2 milestones lined up. We're essentially racing against not much else. Like, we're closest on Terraformer, you know, I guess maybe PPB for Planner. Like, there's a good chance that we can grab 2 milestones here with the cities and builder tag. I mean, I guess we're also closest on Terraformer. Lava flows for some victory points and some heat production. Now the cloud seeding hits the person that I want to hit. Commercial district here speculates on Noctis City and gives us 4 income. It's pretty early to play at commercial district, but because you have all the money and nothing else to do with it, I don't disagree with the play. And then I guess, yeah, it is only going to be 2 points though, which is okay. And we're not even sure that someone will play Noctis, so it's 1 or 2 points. Yeah, this is okay. It's not riveting stuff. It's not the best place you want the commercial district to be, but that's okay. I guess also like an urban could be up to 3 points. Lunar beam. Kelp farming. Woof. That is a very early kelp farming. Greens for days. Yeah, this is just a deadly corridor. Yeah, see, like, rather than commercial district here, I don't think it would have been awful to, like, 25 for a city right here. So, like, imagine this line instead, right? You put this lava tube here, you 25 for a city here, and then when you play greeneries, they go here, or you can just commercial district your own location. That prevents anyone else from going on the greenery site. You're now 2 cards into the mayor objective. You still have commercial district in hand, just like you're a little farther away from this brown objective, but like you're in no race. No one is competing with you for anything except for BBB grabbing Gardner, which is kind of uncontested. And we didn't need the extra $9, right? So I think that could have been, we also could have played rad suits with the 2 in play. Right, 9, 14. Well, we have to also not take Earth Office. I mean, playing rad suits at this point is not that helpful, but it is 1 extra Dower Methane from Titan. That's good. I bet that was probably an opening hand card. It's been sitting around for a while because we're down to 1 card now. Kind of sad for an Earth Catapult player, but he's got a bunch of stuff out here all of a sudden. Lycan and Food Factory are, so it's like really expensive. It's $27 for a 4 money income and a point. It's not where you want to be. All right. Business Contacts is a card I like to go fishing for. Nitrophilic Moss like straight up works right now. I don't really want to pass it to BBB. I don't want to pass either of these. Oh, I don't want to pass Business Contacts to the Terractor. I'm pretty sure we take Business Contacts, but Nitrophilic would be okay. Hoping to like last draft carbonate processing, I think. Hilarious. Nope. Nitrophilic, undo nitrophilic. Great. I think that most of these cards are bad and plantation is good. Not really playable right now, but it's not bad to speculate on with already one science tag in play. Steelworks without the support, it's not really worth it. Corporate Stronghold, I think, is like pretty. I almost always am happy when my opponent plays this card. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Neither, I think, are getting played. We're happy to get Carbonate last, I think. Well, we don't really have any energy. But, yeah, we don't really have any energy. We had that nuclear power maybe from a while back. Or if we hadn't played the Commercial District, we could play Carbonate right now and be the Heat Masters. Well, not really Masters. We're competing with Hansley here, but I would not keep Corporate Stronghold in case I haven't made that clear. Not, we don't even have the extra energy floating around, right? Like, this is not a discounted city at this point in time. Hackers. I mean, he hits the right person. I think Hackers is awful. I'm not even sure I would play it in 2-player. It just costs so much. Noctis Farming's fine. Noctis City. Boom. Commercial District gets there. Why am I playing this now? Do we need the 2 greens? Oh, you do. Then he's going to build a greenery right after this. How are we doing for greeneries? Okay. Pets. We're going to play Nitrophilic. We're going to be using our heat. Rad suits, nitrate, space elevator. We don't have a ton going on. Do you think we could 25 for, I think we could standard project for mayor here. If we wanted this for $4 back, we could do that. I think I'd probably still just take the 2 points. But if we counted it in such a way, right, we did, let's count it. That's what we're here for, right? Strategy. Space elevator puts us at 45. 25 puts us down to 20. 20, this puts us down to 12. What else did I say we're going to play? Rad suits 6. At a certain point, Toll Station needs to pay back over a certain number of turns. But this is well, actually, we are playing Toll Station this turn. I think Toll Station this turn is correct. We should explicitly be slow rolling right now because we're playing Toll Station this turn, right? Like, so I would start off with the city, pass, nitrophilic moss, pass, etc., etc. See, here we got shuttles, so Toll Station's even better. Micro mills. I don't like micro mills. Business contacts. We knew this was coming. Great escarpment. Ooh, that is really painful for us. Not getting to activate space elevator is a big deal, which means that, like, having to grab one of these at one point in time. Yikes, that really hurts. Normally it's like, yeah, it sucks. It's not. It does always suck, but like that's the suckiest. Nice asteroid. We're just gonna close out lakes. Bop bop. It's gonna be double right there. Oh, he grabbed the 2 greens. That put him to 8. I see. Okay, that makes sense. So we paid 23 for this corporate stronghold, just to point out, right? So 23 for this corporate stronghold compared to just paying 25 for the base project. We gained 2 extra income for -2 points and saving $2, $5 because I can count $2 because it's $3 for buying the card. It is our 8th icon, so there is something to be said for that. Can't discount that, but again, I don't think we're really contesting anybody for anything else. This is a great spot though. Like now that this is here and just kind of like grabbing that extra water there is pretty nice. Not mad at that. Small animals. I guess small animals is fine because it's early in the game, but I normally am not like, turn is at 5. So if it's turn 5 and this ends on 9, 6, so it's probably 2 points. All right, it's worth it for 2 points for sure. Fair enough, you caught me. All right, toll station. What was that for us? 5? Yeah, that's not bad at all. Probably claim builder. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason to be cute about it here because we are trying to also rush grabbing our other milestone of the mayor. The other thing I would consider actually is funding one of these. Nope, we actually do not have any of these except for banker, which we don't really have. Yeah, never mind. We actually can't fund any of these. We have like not sufficient support for any of them. But being the first one to fund, if you think you can get one, is yes, someone could steal it for you. But for $8, if you think you're gonna win it, if you think you're gonna win it, but there's a chance someone could steal it from you, I do think it's worth the $8 at this stage in the game if you have it floating around. Advanced ecosystems. This is a speculative pick, but I like it for the 3 points. I'm not mad at this at all. Virus. Yeah, we just want to like attack our main opponent who has small animals. So at worst, this is pay 4 points, take away a victory point from the guy who's probably beating us. Farming is very good for a 3rd pick here. I guess robotic workforce is... What is robotic workforce for us? We don't have the energy. Yeah. Robotic workforce is our plantation, is what it is. Last pick, farming. I know I value farming way too much, but still. Oh, I think we're supposed to keep that virus. And we're really hoping to draw into a plant for that advanced ecosystem. All right, here we're going for it. Taking the money, $2 and a plant over the points. It's not bad because there are multiple places where a person can get 2 points here, and allowing yourself space to like build out is okay. I mean, you've got plenty of places to build, but like these are better greenery spots right here for the rewards than like, I mean, you'd play here and then hope to get this as a reward, which we do want because of our lack of steel for our space elevator. Yeah, I think I personally would have played here rather than here. The extra point, expansion here. Maybe we need the $2 for something. I don't think so. Looking at our hand here, I don't see us spending another 25 unless it is to build another city. But so we grabbed the second mayor, which is great. That puts us actually in a really good milestone position. We don't have active points. Okay. I think actually like temporarily puts us into winning here. 1, 2, 3, and we've got -1. So yeah, we're actually winning right now. What do we have here? Standard for Hansley. Sure, I think that's fine. Clearly doesn't have any cards in his hand that he wants to play, although he drew a bunch this turn. Industrial Center. I mean, that's obviously just very rude. It ruins this play right here. Probably means that if we played here, this would have been blocked. So that's that. Industrial Center. I don't like this card. It's not awful. I mean, playing onto the map is good, but I don't know. Ooh, we went up to 7. That is bold. Too bad we can't take advantage here. I guess that's why it was bold. Well, we could take advantage. Actually, the line right now, normally I save greenhouses to the end, but greenhouses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's probably going to go up to like maybe 8 or something like that. I think the line is actually greenhouses, greenery, grab the extra point. Because, yeah, I think that's actually the line. Ooh, are we doing it? Nice. Well done, BK. Sure, here. Yeah, I think we would have preferred to play here, of course. So maybe we draw a card. Research coordination. I still don't really understand why I'm supposed to be playing this card ever. I see people draft it and it confuses me. Feels like there's like 5 cards that can use it. I'm over dramatizing it. It's definitely better than that, but like I kind of hate it. See, make sure I understand the after being played performing the wild attack. Oh, actually, for us it's fun. It lets us play our advanced ecosystems and our plantation. Okay, I get it. I get how you play it now. Draw it off the top when you have exactly 2 different divergent needs. Large convoy. Is that for the last lake? Oh, he got it in. I can't tell you the number of times I've played large convoy with no target. Like no lake target. Like I just play it for the 2 points and the animals. This definitely explains the small animals grab. Oh, he gained 5 plants instead. So he says, I want to play another greenery. I mean, that makes sense. The greenery is worth 2 points, right? Whereas the 3 points, actually. 1 for the greenery, 1 for the oxygen, 1 for the touching. Whereas the 4 small animals are worth 2 points. Although the greenery, 5 plants is not quite a greenery. So I think I would have chosen the animals. I don't think you're in a huge hurry with the greeneries. Robotic workforce. What do we copy? Oh, of mole. I always forget that you can do the prelude cards. That's so sneaky. I need to remember that. Like, literally doing this is just worth it for remembering that robotic workforce works with preludes. That's like my primary takeaway for the evening for myself. Is this worth it though? Do we need the 3 heat production? Yeah, I guess so. Oop. Can't confirm. I'm not playing. Milestone Gardener. I think he wasn't in a rush to grab a milestone. I actually think that BBB is supposed to be funding 9, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it is close, but I'm pretty sure BBB is supposed to be funding Landlord. Just given his like plant production. And the other ones, like he doesn't, are all dicey, but I think he's supposed to be funding it. Local heat trapping. Here we go with even more greeneries. I guess having counted that out, I now like the 5 plants more. If you know that you're going to be able to play 2 additional greeneries for it, right? Because we had the 4 greeneries. There we go with the Landlord. Okay. BBB's just playing a step ahead of me, but admittedly he can see his hand, so we'll cut ourselves some slack on that one. And so now, I think now we're back in a position of being slightly behind because milestones and points were tied, but I think our points in hand are bad. Points in hand over here are on play are not amazing either. But points on board are like not close. I think, yeah, not close. I think is really far. Actually, I think even when I said we're now winning, that might not have been true because I didn't count these. Mineral deposits is like essential for us. It's miserable because literally this whole hand is something that we would take at this stage, except for this. Nope, we would take that too. We would take this entire hand, but I think we need the mineral deposits. That's all a bunch of garbage in comparison. Oh, that's fun. CEO's favorite project is like sometimes really good. We don't have anything to support it, but we don't want to pass it to BBB. And bribe committee, we would consider hate drafting that just because it's like a bit better for Terractor, but not that good at this stage of the game. It's just like later on, like we're going to be ending very soon. I at the beginning said they were all good, but imported hydrogen is obviously not because we have no lakes left. So mineral deposit. I don't think imported GH2 feels very good here. I guess if we have the extra cash, we can get up to 16 this turn. 1421. Okay, so this is like it's fine. I'm not like riveted by it. Plantation. Yep, that makes sense because we want to make sure we do it before this all runs out. I think we're going here. More greeneries. Sure. Rushing the greeneries before the end. We know that we want to do that. I like that a lot. I should be speculating on what the plays are before we make the plays. But there's not a lot in our hand that we want to play, right? Like there's nothing here that's too exciting. We're going to play mineral deposits to get some extra money for our space elevator. So we are just playing like public actions. We are going to play imported GHG. We're not in a rush there. We're not in a rush with the heat or anything like that. So I like playing both these greeneries out. I think this is like a correct line from BK at this stage. And the greenery is the most bang for his buck at this stage while you're still getting the point for the oxygen. So we like that. Rover construction, it's a little bit late. Research outpost, also a little bit late, but Hansley is a proper $3 off every card played now, which is fun. Small animals. GHG producing bacteria. This is pretty awful here. I think this like may trigger once before the end of the game. I have to feel like this is like it's a flex on science, so no one else feels cute about it. It allows like the Olympus conference to trigger. I don't know how long this has been in BB's hand, but I'm not a fan. Get our extra victory point. Playing the Earth office for no reason. Oh no, for imported GHD, sure. Oh, excuse me. Livestock. Yeah, livestock's good here. Couple points. Livestock is often not good because oxygen is sort of like the last thing that goes up in the game because the way this game played out, oxygen shot up at the beginning. So livestock is a very reasonable keep in that regard. I'm going to point out those advanced alloys that we talked about at the beginning has only gotten worse over the course of the game because we only have one production. However, it did allow us to play plantation. So actually, ultimately, in the long run, it worked out fine. Not good, but not bad. Trans-Neptune ore probe. Unless we're playing something with science requirements. Oh, we've got 4. We're playing that particle accelerator-y thing that we passed before. Imported nitrogen. Oh, this is an amazing card right now. Holy smokes. Livestock, the GHG. Oh, that's really good. Animals, some plants, even more plants that you can shake your nose at. We even get to play the oxygen. Oh, that's gnarly. Do we have optimal air braking? Is that okay? Yeah. Yep. Clear out the oxygen before you don't get it. Greenery is just going into like nonsense lines here. Like this is like not even really doing anything, but I don't know. Making this triangle here is bad because someone else just grabs this. BB could have, I actually think could have slow rolled this. It's unlikely anyone's blowing up his plants with this amount of money. And then like he doesn't have the money either. What I was going to say, he's too broke to do this, but it's like he plays it here, then he does his own standard project in the aftermath, but this is fine. Yeah, and you don't want anyone else to take it. Okay, no, I take it back. It works out. Works out. Yeah, let's get some points with our heat. More points with heat. More points with not heat. Sort of heat. Is that just a 14 pay? Oh, no. He had, of course, the optimal arrow breaking. And heat all of a sudden became not that far. We're looking at this game ending on turn 8. Just pretty fast for 3 players. I think that comes off of the back of the essentially line of like playing all the lakes, Arctic algae, which is just, in case I haven't made it clear, nuts. Energy saving for 6 energy. I wonder if he's about to play physics complex. Without a physics complex, it's a pretty expensive late game play. No support for it. Don't love that for him. The facts. Oh, we did fund landlord. Okay, great. That, as I said, that needed to happen. I think at some point Hansley was supposed to maybe fund Thermalist. One of these guys, I guess the problem is that one of them needs to fund Thermalist. And they're like not blinking with each other. Unfortunately, one of them should have done it to raise the price of a landlord. Because, yeah, I think Hansley actually maybe was supposed to fund Miner because of this nonsense. That's a pile of garbage. Ants is like playable, but not at this stage of the game. Sure, I like a Heather take here just because it's like a greenery on the spot, but I don't think we're keeping it. I mean, Vesta Shipyard is the only thing that matters, but we're not playing that. It's just too late. Obviously, the only thing that's even playable, this looks like a 0 keep. The draft has not been very kind to BKC here, just in general. Heather as a keep here. I guess as a way to get up to the 8. I think I would just... There are no greeneries to climb. Oh, there's a greenery right here, but it also pays BBB. Okay. Yeah, no. Actually, I think BK is smarter than I am in this instance. Needing that extra greenery, seeing that the game's probably going to end. This is functionally $9 for a greenery. Otherwise, we're not playing the greenery. Of course, it might be a total dud if someone like Demos downs us or whatever, but I think it's unlikely. Once they grab some points, makes sense. And we're going to move on up. I think Hansley is probably just super doomed and it doesn't matter, but this would be the stage of the game where you would consider not using your heat to advance. You maybe don't want the game to end in his position, but he probably just doesn't have a hope anyway, so might as well move towards the end. Seeing this, BK should spend 14 and fund Thermalist, because he's basically got it locked up now. Martian Rails. Yeah, I think Ansley is playing for a game that goes a lot longer, which if you're going to be doing that, you can't be raising the temperature. Livestock, windmills. Yeah, I mean, you can afford one heat pump and still do the funding thing. Martian Rails. Yeah, Ansley's playing like this game's going for a few more rounds. And BBB's like, I'm just going to start jamming 14 straight to the face. Yep, research coordination is needed for our advanced ecosystems here, so that makes sense. We're not in a rush, though. I do think that maybe considering 25 for this spot right here. Okay, actually, yeah, let me roll back to my conversation about Heather from earlier in the turn. I think spending 25 to grab this spot right here, 23 to grab this right here, that's our extra plant that we need, rather than playing Heather, is probably my preferred line. Alternatively, with this line that we have with the Heather, it's the same whether we go like, yeah, here. I definitely go here. I guess Heather still prevents us from going to pay $9 to prevent BBB from getting a point, even if we play here or here. Okay. $9 for a point is like not great. Farming's exciting. Push. We're just going all the way to the top. 4 cards in our hand. We're probably not playing them all. We don't care. We know that we're winning. Do we also pay 14? Oh, that's for funding Thermalist. Great. And then he acknowledges that the game is going to end. But $16 doesn't do us anything. And BBB's got 4 cards in hand that could just turn into a greenery if he discards them and just pays 23. So it's not like the extra point of the heat is we're not stealing anything from BBB. And instead of having $30, which we could buy a 2-point city with, or even a 2-point greenery, we're buying a 1-point heat. It's definitely a mistake. $16. Yeah, $16 doesn't do anything for us. And that ends the game. Maybe it's possible BK thought that they were winning or that this was like their chance to win. Like, I mean, if you look at their production, yeah, they're a bit behind on production. No cards in hand. So if there's any chance that they have that they're going to win the game, I guess it is going to be now. But there's enough ground space on the board that I think just like kind of jamming natural territories is like not the worst. What is going on here? Okay. Ganymede. How many do we got here? Like 2? Oof, that's a horrible Ganymede. I mean, 4 victory points is 4 victory points, but that's not what you're hoping. Hey, here's our mangrove. That's incredible. Yeah, so BBB $12, like, yeah, can't play that mangrove if we put them in the position of having to end the game, which is points, right? Like that's points that they had. Yeah, and they knew they needed to end the game. Yeah, so I mean, I do think that everything I talked about in this game, all my criticism, like BK, I think in general, like had a tough seat, that really tough drafts, like just did not really support. And most of my criticisms are like little edges, like a couple dollar type things, or just I value something. And there were definitely times where I like said I wouldn't want to keep something, and it ends up being a good thing. So I'm certainly not just strictly correct here or anything. I don't think that playing the lines that I suggested would have covered the difference that this game will end up being. I think it's going to be like nearly a 10-point win on BBB's part here, just with like all of this ground game infrastructure. So yeah, just super hard to contest, but I think those little edges, little slowdowns might have given it a little bit of an extra chance that this game doesn't end this round. You know, I don't think we catch up, but there's like maybe a chance. So I do think there were some tiny lines in here that make it a little bit different. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts about the game. Gentlemen, if you're watching me in video and commentary, I'm sure it's very strange to see someone reviewing a game that you're playing, but I thought this was a really interesting exercise, actually really interesting game to watch, knowing what the end game result was going to be like, and sort of saying, well, what would I have done in this position anyway? Yeah, so we got about a 10-point difference here, which again, I don't think we could have covered. Like that's the start of like a gazillion dollars on BBB's part, Arctic algae, and then like the nice play of just like dropping lakes, turning them into forests, and getting essentially like a very, very easy milestone that came with a lot of points along the way. Was pretty sweet. But yeah. That is how Terraforming Mars goes sometimes. I hope this was an interesting video for y'all. This kind of process, I don't go back and sit and think about all the games that I play, or I don't watch all the games that I play in this kind of way, but I do try to, at the end of games, particularly games that I lose, but also games that I won and didn't expect to win, try to think about like what the choices are that I made in the game that felt pivotal. Obviously, what I'm talking about in this video is a lot more minutia than that, but this process of like reevaluating how we played the game, how others play the game, I think is like really, really key component of becoming a better gamer. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, throw me a like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.